It's Miss Youngquist with JasperActive Microsoft Word 2016 Core, Lesson 7, Learn Activity 3, Manipulating Pictures. All right, so in this exercise, you'll learn to insert and manipulate pictures in a document. Okay, let's bring up Word. We have a lot of steps in this one, so it may take a little bit. Let me go ahead and mark these all as unanswered so we can go through them together. So we're going to be adding multiple images into our document and doing some changes to them. Okay, so our first step is to insert an online picture. So with the Experiencing Antarctica document open, ensure the cursor is at the beginning of the heading Experiencing Antarctica. So I can click right in here. There's my cursor flashing at the beginning of the heading. Click the Insert tab, and in the Illustrations group, click Online Pictures. There's Illustrations, Online Pictures. Type Antarctica in the search Bing field and press Enter. Locate and click an image of a map of Antarctica. Let's see what we got in here. We've got lots of options. I like this one right here. Click Insert and position the cursor to the right of the map picture. So it's put my map in here. I want to make sure that my cursor is to the right. There we go. Repeat steps 2 through 5 to search for and insert an image of a penguin. So again, we're going to the Insert tab, Online Pictures. We're going to type in penguin and enter, and then we can pick a penguin picture. I like this one right here. And insert. And so now if I scroll through, you can see, let me zoom out so you can kind of see how everything looks. I have a big picture of a map of Antarctica and then a big picture of a penguin. All right, so if necessary, move the cursor to the right of the penguin picture. On the Insert tab in the Illustrations group, now we're going to click on Pictures. So we're going to find a picture from a file. And we're going to navigate to our Resource Files folder. So into JasperActive, Resource Files. Yours may be in your name. Click on Iceberg to insert it into the document. So I double clicked it. All right, so you should have 2 online images now and 1 image inserted from a file that are all before the title of our document. So mark as answered and go to the next one. Click the penguin picture and drag it down to the beginning of the wildlife tour bullet point. So I'm going to click in here, click and hold my picture. Come on, penguin. And you can see it's grabbed it because if you look at my cursor, you see that little box. That means I'm holding on to something. There we go. All right, so wildlife tour bullet points. Here's our bullet points. Here's the one that says wildlife tour. If I put my cursor right at the beginning here and let go of my mouse button, it will put my picture of the penguin right there. Mark as answered and go to next. So now point at one of the corner handles for the penguin picture. Press Shift and then drag inwards until the picture is approximately 2 inches in height. So our handles are these little circles on the edges of our picture. So if I click on that and I get this little mouse or cursor that I have with the 2 arrows, if I hold the Shift key and while I hold and drag, it will keep my ratios, so it won't make my picture too skinny or too tall. Okay, and we want it to go to about 2 inches. So if I look up on my ruler up there, I can kind of gauge the inside, you notice where the beginning of the bullet point is right about at 1 or about a half of an inch. So my 2 inches would put my picture at about 2.5 inches. So maybe make this a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, so with the penguin picture still selected, click the layout options button and then click square. So our layout options button is this little guy right here. And if I click on it, it gives me some different options for how to wrap the text around the picture. So we want to select square. So now it will make a square around our image, and if the text will fit, it will move up there. So drag the picture to the right side of the bullet point. So if I click and drag over here to the right side, and resize and reposition the picture as needed. So I just want to make it so it kind of fits down here in, like if we had an imaginary box. All right, so I want to make sure that my text is wrapping around it kind of evenly, and I like it that it would be, the text would be even with the bottom of the picture. It's going to be a little challenging to do this sometimes. That looks pretty good. All right, mark as answered and go to next. So return to the top of the document and select the map image. So if I click into my document somewhere and hit Control and Home, it will take me right to the top. And then I can click on the map image. So point at one of the corner handles and press Shift and then drag inwards until the picture is approximately 1.5 inches. So I'm going to choose this bottom corner down here. I'm going to click while I'm holding the Shift key and drag it up to about 1.5 inches. There we go. With the map image still selected, change the text wrap option to square. So here's our layout options, text wrap square. Drag the picture to the right side of the opening paragraph. So I'm going to drag this one down here. There's my opening paragraph. All right, so now click the iceberg image and drag it to the first blank line at the end of the document. Okay, there we go. Resize this image to approximately 2 inches. So I'm going to grab that handle while holding the Shift key and drag it down to about where it looks like it's about 2 inches on that ruler, and then mark as answered. All right, so now we're going to apply a picture style. With the iceberg picture still selected, under Picture Tools on the Format tab, click the More button to display the picture styles gallery. Let's go to the Format tab. So our More button is this guy down here. When I click on it, it's going to show me all of the styles in the gallery. So point at different picture styles and it will preview the effect it has on each image. So you can see as I pick these what it does to my iceberg image. So what we want to do is select the reflected rounded rectangle. It's going to take a little bit of poking around. I think it's this one right here. There it is, reflected rounded rectangle. And click on that to apply it. Mark as answered and go to next. So now we're going to crop a picture. So ensure the iceberg picture is selected, and then under Picture Tools on the Format tab, click Crop. So here's our Format tab. Here's Crop over here. Click the middle, so we have to click the drop down and then click on crop, and it's going to give us these funky little handles right here. So click the middle handle on the bottom of the picture and drag upwards by approximately 0.5 inches or half an inch. So I know I have that one selected because I get this kind of weird little T-shaped cursor. And I'm just going to look over on the side and kind of guess half an inch. All right. Now click the middle handle on the left side and drag inward approximately half an inch. So over here on the left side, there's that middle handle, and I'm going to drag that one in about half an inch. I may have gotten too far on this bottom one. There we go. All right, so the picture has been reduced, similar to using scissors to trim a photograph. However, Word also provides you with the option to reposition the picture within the cropped area. So with the mouse pointer positioned anywhere within the cropped area, that would be the area that's all colored, drag the image around in that area. So you can see if I move it down or up or over, it will show me any area that's in color is going to end up being what I crop. But if you only have half an image, the other half ends up white. All right, so we're going to release the mouse to set the picture in this location. So we're going to drag it down a little bit like that. So now the top of the picture is blank. So this is an example of how you can manipulate a picture, but you also need to pay attention to what that final effect will be. So let's click the picture to select it once more. We can click off of this guy. There we go. See how that picture is blank right there. All right, so now let's select the picture again, go to the Format tab and crop, and it brings up my crop again as well as my original image. So now we can click and move it until the iceberg image fills that whole section like that. And then we can click crop again to turn off that feature. So now I've cropped my image successfully. Mark as answered, go to the next one. So select the map picture. Oh, my map picture moved on me. There we go. Select the map picture on the Format tab in the Adjust group. Click on Corrections. So Format tab, here's the Adjust group over here, and here's Corrections. Point at some of the different options so you can see how it would affect your picture if you wanted to change it. And if you hover over these, it tells you what they're doing. So we want to select brightness plus 20, contrast negative 40%. There we go. So we're in the brightness plus 20, and we want it negative 40 on that contrast. So it's going to be in that top row there. If I click on that, it will apply it. Mark as answered. Go to next. So ensure the first image, that map image, is still selected, and then click on the Format tab, and in the Adjust group, select Color. We'll get a drop down here. Point at some of the different options so you can see what it would look like if you changed it. It's a little hard to see here, but you can see on half that image. So we want to choose washout. Let's see. Where are you, washout? Just poke around a little bit till we find it. Ah, there it is. You can't even see that that's an image. So we'll click on that, and then we'll mark as answered and go to next. With the map still selected, click Artistic Effects on that layout or that Format tab. There's Artistic Effects. You can see some of the options. And we want to select Marker. So maybe up here at the top. There's Markers, that first one. Now on this image, you just can't even tell that it's there. So think about it in terms of if you did this to a different image, it might show up a little bit better. So mark as answered and go to next. All right, so now we're going to right click the first image and click Format Pictures down here at the bottom. Click Layout and Properties in the Format Picture pane. That's the one that looks like a box with some rulers on it. Click on Alt Text, and in the title we're going to type Map of Antarctica. Oh, it jumped me over there. Let me try that again. There we go. Okay, and then in the description, we're going to type Map of Antarctica in a neutral color. And I'm going to close that out. Now we're going to click on the penguin image. And in the Format Picture pane, August. I need to open that up again, Format Picture pane. We are going to click the title field. And we're going to type in picture of penguins in Antarctica. Oh, sorry, penguins. Penguins in the title, and then the description is picture of penguins in Antarctica. All right, and now we're going to click on the iceberg picture. And for our alt text, we're going to type in iceberg. And then in the description, picture of iceberg with reflection effect. And then we're going to close that Format Picture pane. And now we're going to mark as answered and show results. Make sure I got that. Yep, 10 steps. Good to go. There we go.